All right, welcome to day 4.2. This is gonna be your linear day or your linear warm-up. Finding a foam roller. We're gonna foam roll our quads, our glutes, and our back. So hopefully you guys know to do this by now, but I'll roll through it real quick. So just finding those places where we're nice and sore. We're going all the way up to our hip flexor, all the way back down. Make sure we're rotating the inside of the leg. We're getting the outside of the leg. Up and down about 5 times. Spend a little more time on the spots that are a little sore, okay? Next for the glutes, I'm gonna cross up the leg of the glute that I'm trying to use. Right now I'm going left side here, and I'm just rolling on that left side up and down, okay? Again, about 5 to 10 times up and down. It's not that big of a muscle as far as length, so it should be pretty quick. And then we're gonna go low back, okay? So right here, all the way up, all the way back down. You might feel some pops or hear some pops. For me, on my low back, I like to get my QL muscle, so I'm rotating to one side. Just nice and short, chopping it on one side, flip around to the other side. From there, we're gonna stretch out our quads in our hip flexor. So for the hip flexor, just getting that half kneeling position that we've done before. Coming forward, squeezing that back glute. Make sure it's stretching right here, okay? If you can, go ahead and grab that back foot. If you can't reach that, just get your foot up on a box or a wall. Here, I'll show you the wall real quick. That way you can kind of control how much stretch you have in there. So if you don't have that much mobility, you get a little further away from the wall. But I want you holding that for about 30 seconds on each side, okay? From there, we're gonna do some T-spine rotations. So starting off with that quadrant head position right here, hand behind the head, right in the neck, try to lock everything in place. And we're just rotating that elbow straight up. So I'm trying to lock those hips in place, just rotating between the upper back, between the shoulder blades. You should feel that, okay? Finally, we're gonna do some leg lowering with dead bugs. So finding a wall or something that you can push into, making sure that low back is flat and not arching our back. It's very big. And just we're slowly lowering our legs down with those. Push that back flat, lower those legs, and come back up. So I'm pushing into the wall, and I'm pushing my low back flat to the ground. Now, if I'm going down, my back starts to arch. I either can slow how far down I'm going down, so not go down quite as far, or I can make it a single leg exercise. This will make it a little easier. Either way, I want you guys doing 10 of them. So if we're doing single leg, let's do 5 on each. If we're doing double leg, do 10 on each, 2 sets. Keep that back flat. Okay, on our linear movement prep today, we're gonna get started with some bridges. So pretty typical bridges, just laying down right here, driving those feet through the ground, hands up, squeezing the glutes at the top. Going up, squeeze, coming back down. Make sure you're feeling this in the butt or the hamstrings, okay, not the low back. With these, if they're pretty easy, go ahead and straighten one leg out, squeeze that butt, come back down, make sure we're just lighting up that whole backside there. From there, we're gonna go lunge and rotation. So what we're doing, hands up, big forward lunge, rotate over that front leg. And for all these, I'm gonna have to do 1 set of 10. So for the bridges, for the lunges, and now for the chicken walks. The chicken walks right here, bringing that knee up, kicking that foot out, squeezing that quad. So good balance on that left leg, good quad control by squeezing, and good hamstring stretch on that backside. So again, right here, squeeze, hold for a second, come back down. Up, squeeze, hold for a second, come back down. 10 reps each side. All right, now getting into movement skills, we're gonna start off on the wall. We're gonna do some wall exchanges. So we're just switching our feet. So falling forward, keeping that core tight. Thinking about pushing that turf back. I'm gonna start off just with a switch, a switch, a switch. And then we'll start doing doubles and triples, okay? So falling forward, let's do 1 set of singles. Again, I'm thinking about pushing that turf back. That knee is right below 90 degrees and that toe is pulled up. So I'm up here in this position, okay? So once you do 1 set of singles, 5 each side, then you can switch to the doubles. Fall forward, tight core, push into the wall. Okay, so again, push that turf back. Let's get 5 of those. Take a breather, come back through. 1 set of triples. We'll do 3 of these each side. Try and be quick with those, okay? The big key here is make sure that core is tight so that upper body's not moving, but that lower body is going ahead and firing straight back. From there, taking that to A skips. A skips, right here. Bring that knee up, toe up, pulling those shoulders back. You can start off nice and easy that way, 10 yards. and then we can get a little more pop into it for the next 10 yards. Getting a little more force into the ground that second 10 yards, okay? From there, we're gonna go into bounding. So bounding is basically like running with somebody taking a picture of you pausing in the air, okay? So I'm really thinking about leaning forward, bounding from one step to the other. So I'm gonna show you one going that direction real quick. So I want you doing 3 rounds of 15 yards of bounding, okay? If you're not comfortable with it at first, take it slow. You don't need to go full speed the first time. Really trying to cover some ground, going from one foot to the other foot. Again, think about it as how you're accelerating. So those first couple steps of a sprint should be long, big strides, okay? Big arm swing, big steps. Finally, from there, we're gonna go into sprint build-ups. So, not doing full-blown sprints yet. We're gonna do build-ups, okay? So, I want you doing 30 yards. About every 5 yards, you're starting to build up that speed a little bit. So we're starting off jogging, getting off to a heavy jog, a light sprint, medium sprint, call it quits, okay? So I want you finishing off those last 10 yards, just that medium sprint. So I don't want you at 100% yet. We're not quite there, but just building up that sprint. So starting off slow, build it all the way up through that 20 yards. Kind of get into a fast run pace. And finally for the plyos, we're gonna get started with our regular pogos. So all we're doing to get warmed up is just doing a single leg pogo right here. Just like we did in the lateral day, straight up and down. I want 20 touches, 2 times each leg. Going from there, we're gonna go into our counter movement jump. So counter movement jump is just a regular jump, okay? So hands up, fire those arms down quick, coming back out of that hole quick. So the quicker I can go down, the quicker I'm gonna be able to get back up. Just like a rubber band, you wanna pull it and snap it quick, right? So here, fire it down, fire it up, stick the landing. Let's get 2 sets of 5 of those. Really quick down, focusing on changing that directions quickly. Next, drop jump. Finding a box, again, you can start off slow, build your way up to eventually get higher than you can counter movement jump, okay? So all I'm doing is stepping straight out, stick, okay? Notice those arms when I go out. Again, just like a counter movement, you're firing down, firing up. So the point of the drop jump is eventually to be able to do a box that's higher than you can jump, like I said. So if I can jump 24 inches, get a box that's 30 inches. Because when you land, it's gonna be a higher force than what your normal landing is of a regular jump, okay? That's the purpose of those. Next, final thing we're gonna do here. Whoopsies. Everything's turning off on me now. What did I forget? Oh, we just got single leg box jumps. Okay, final thing here. Single leg box jumps. So with this one, for sure start off slow. At this point, the purpose of the box is to absorb that landing a little more. So if I jump up and down with one leg right now, max jump, not a pogo, I'm coming down with however much force I jump up with, right? My body weight. So if I have this, I don't have to fall, you know, whatever that distance might be. This is 12 right there. So I don't have to fall that extra 12 inches. It's actually gonna save some of that absorption. So sometimes people think box jumping is more intense than a regular jump. Box jumping is gonna be the first thing you do before you do regular jumps. So single leg jump, you can do hands under hips or you can do arms, whatever you're comfortable with here. Nice soft landing, so I'll show you from this view. Bend that knee, okay? Let's go ahead and get 2 sets of 5 of all those plyos today.